I'll be honest, after seeing your murder, it's still strange to see you walking around like it never happened. I'll get used to it. I'm glad you're okay. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about Juliana. I know you're not asking my opinion, but for what it's worth, I appreciate you understanding her situation. I couldn't agree with you more. Out here, you've got to live and let live. Principles are one thing, but you can't let them get in the way of basic decency. I wish more of your countrymen took that view. I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in. Yeah, I thought so too. We've all been there. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them, even when your official duties might suggest otherwise. Believe me, it's enough. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another. Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you. Some of that is sheer stubbornness, but I can give you some pointers on your stance, too. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest. Marius, did you leave a cleaning manual in my pack?
Doesn't ring a bell, but I suggest reading it when you get a chance. It's rude not to read a book given as a gift.
Since when do you worry about being rude?
I'm just saying maybe someone gave you that for a reason. I've noticed that camp supplies don't generally clean themselves.
Weren't you telling me not to wash my clothes so much?
Well, the wilderness doesn't generally smell like boiled hardtack or peppered lithbark stew.
If this is about the time I burned your favorite pan trying to bake sweet pie in it, I'm still sorry, and I will still get you a new one. I don't know how you fit a cleaning manual in your pack anyway.
Well, I certainly wouldn't know, because I didn't give you that book.
You know, if there's something you want to say, you can always talk to me. Looks like that broke off. Wonder where it goes.
Just getting warmed up.
cheap, fertile land. Too good to be true, you say.
Here. This is the path Offred told us about. If you look, you could see Fort Northreach from here.
No. Too soon.
You traveled weeks to see him. You can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Right, sorry, Envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know our freak will appreciate you looking into this. Yeah, well, you're not just anyone. You're a friend of the Emperor, and that means something. Hey, good luck out there.
That spear looks a deer on the right. Guess we're on the right track.
Didn't even have time to finish the puzzle.
That's it. Door's open.
Who woke up the sleeping skeleton?
Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
Nice job, everyone.
blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offred's squad passed through here. Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here? Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Whispers of sea.
Zorms. Want to sneak a fight?
Oh, no, you don't. Not bad, Marius.
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
You're not my brother. I got to be dreaming. Oh, gods. Am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair. Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? He actually made it. I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman, honest. Horseshit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell Offreak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Aetus, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aetus has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it in. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Aetus, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Aetus did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore. Our captain, she's I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yetta's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. That's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah? When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's couldn't.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My sister. Can it be? Come. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargenis, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? Then Sargenis spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargenis. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Hamka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone. An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
Clogging up this tunnel. right? Aim where? Stand back.
6 years in Domshore, and I never knew someone whose faith was unbroken the whole time. Dream scourge ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets. Essence twisted out of shape. A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Big tree, pretty ruins. Don't let it fool you. Keep your guard up.
There's the relic. Can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
Right. I haven't been in a lot of ancient ruins, but you don't have to be an expert tomb robber to think this is probably a trap.
Something's moving in the main chamber. We'd better get moving too.
On foot, on your right.
Ready for more. That ought to be all of them, right? Just like the good old days.
I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to.
Something's not right here. Take a look around.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. You think he's building a what? Giant animat?
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
There you are. You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. Their essence is held safe within my devices, and with your help, I shall give them a new commission: to prosecute the redemption of a god. If it must come to... Take that shot! Come and get
I guess that's justice. Why couldn't he have just stuck to sculpture?
Hear us, follow us. We would speak to you. We sense weight on you. Essence. Yes, we know this melody. A part of the statue, a piece that yearns for its true place. Combine them. Join soul into body. Let it sing for us. What will bloom?
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
most. For one day when we are free, we could return here, but it is a sprout. Fragile. Tell us. A vessel, the Adra strains. Its essence like mud, we cannot swim. Free this obstruction. Then when our new earth to till, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
The Oracle might have been a creepy, murdering Korba, but he sure kept a nice home.
Guess his work on that statue didn't leave much time for renovations. Never thought I'd be so relieved to see Verities.
Well, that was certainly an experience of some kind. Let's go catch up with Oliver.
Ready? Aim.
Hey, it's the envoy!
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I owe her the world. She saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way?
No. Oh, gods. Does she mean...
They didn't make it, Offreak. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened?
What? Right. So it could have been worse.
They probably went quickly, if that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Offreak, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. And dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead? At least they got justice.
And I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big Envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but I'm glad they made it.
These two will be just fine. I'm sure of it.
One of them may even get a happy ending. That looks right.
By the way, I never met that Orlan girl before in my life.
What Orlan girl?
You remember. The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks.